What's going on, guys? Kudo xFactor here. Today I wanted to bring you some more War to Commander to continue the series. And today I just wanted to talk about making some actions for yourself. Kind of like directing your own life, pretty much. Now, there's so many different ways you can go about this, and basically, if you don't understand what I'm saying by now, I'm talking about, well, a lot of people go through life, having others make decisions for them, or having others help them make decisions for them, rather than, trying to experience it for yourself. Which I'm not going to say that's a bad thing, because, quite frankly, if others are experienced at the decision you're trying to make, then it'd be good to, get their input on it. But at the same time, once you kept getting your input over it, you kind of learn from them. You kind of learn from what you were trying to accomplish. Kind of learn from their input what's going on, and by then it's time for you to make decisions for yourself. Now I'm going to give you an example. For example, picking the type of school, picking what you want to do in school. Picking what you want to do in school is basically doing what you love. There's some people who are ashamed or maybe feel embarrassed of doing what they love. Now, in my opinion, of course, your parents, sometimes some people's parents may look down upon it or anything, but it's their life. It's your life, not theirs. It's your life, not theirs. So I suggest you do whatever makes you happy. And honestly, if it makes you happy, you gotta take it upon yourself to look up everything and do anything in your power to make your dream come true. Make that dream come true. And once it comes true, me personally, I can't really speak for it because my dream hasn't come true yet. It's in the process of coming true. But when your dream comes true, you're going to be so much more happier doing what you love doing and getting paid for it. And quite frankly, it's been happening to me a little lately. I mean, I've been going to community college trying to figure myself out. I figured the gist of what I want to do. So, what's my next plan? My next plan, I plan on going to an institution. An institution called me today, from Austin, Texas, actually. And quite frankly, that same institution is in Dallas, Texas, also. But the point is, going to the institution will help me a lot, to discover who I really am, and to discover what kind of abilities that I have, and also test my creativity. Now, my creativity goes way beyond what I do on YouTube, and quite frankly, I'm going to try to go to this institution, depending on what I like to see and how it looks and stuff like that, and what I can find there, and what I can find of myself over there. I'm gonna go to this institution, and I'm gonna see what I can do. I'm gonna ask myself, what can I do in this institution to improve my life? And how will I get to the point to where I want to be, to where I can get paid doing what I love doing? And it's just a lot of questions and a lot of things that you need to consider when you're choosing what kind of school you want to go to and stuff like that. I mean, some people do have that option. Some people are on full ride scholarships, which understandable. Also, doing what you love doing, no matter what school it is. Some people think different, so I can't speak for everybody, but the main point I'm trying to make is doing what you really love to do, and not having any regrets on trying to get there. But getting there, you have to take it upon yourself in order to actually get where you want to get. And it's not going to be an easy task whatsoever. Everybody who has been trying to follow their dreams knows that it's not going to be an easy task at all. And in fact, it's probably one of the hardest tasks that you're probably going to have to do in life. But the harder you work now, the less you have to work later. I can say that much for sure. And that works for anything. That works for sports. That works for academics. That works for anything. I know I've played sports. I've worked jobs, and I'm currently going to school also. I mean, not right now because it's summer break, but I'm currently going to school also. And everything that you work hard in, everything that you decide to invest your time into and also work hard in, you will succeed in the end, to where Of course, you're gonna fail a few times. Everybody fails a few times at anything they do, but you will succeed on what you do, and you will be successful based off of the work that you put in early on. The more work you put in early on, the more successful you will be in whatever you are trying to accomplish. And I can honestly say that works. Now, sports-wise, I put in a lot of work in sports, doing weightlifting and also running track on my off time, on my free time. And I also did football too. I started varsity my sophomore year, and I didn't start varsity. I was on the kickoff return team on varsity my sophomore year. Freshman team, I started freshman team. And I like track way more than football. But in track, I was starting as a freshman in track, and I was ranked in my state for my sophomore year. So that was about 3 years. And I was also ranked on the relay team, who was ranked on a state too, because I was on a relay team and they were in the state, which makes me ranked for one of the states. Also for Junior Olympics, I have one state for 2 years in a row. So the main point I'm really trying to make is the harder you work now, that's going to determine the results that's going to come out in the future. So you work hard now, the results in the future will come. And I can guarantee that. And that same goes for school, that same goes for work. The more you put in for study time now, the more you study now, the more is going to come out, during test time and during pop quizzes and stuff like that. And same goes for everything. Everything, you just got to work hard in. It's not going to be easy tasks. You're going to fail. You're going to fail plenty of times, of course. Everybody fails plenty of times. But it just depends. What matters is how you get back up and how you can retaliate on, how you can retaliate, really. That's what really matters, is if you can get back up. If you can get back up, then that right there is going to keep you driving. That's going to keep your drive going. And the more you fail, the more you have to get back up. You just got to keep getting back up, refuse to get knocked out. You got to refuse to stay down. You got to refuse it. You got to tell yourself that, I'm going to keep going. I'm not going to give up. I'm just going to get knocked down and get back up. Nothing's going to keep me down. And that's basically what your mentality needs to be for anything you really do in life. For work, for school, for anything. As long as you're progressing, getting back up is never a problem. You gotta knock down and get back up. To the top is not going to be one straight, narrow road. It's just going to be a lot of obstacles in your way. And that's going to test how strong of a person you are and the type of person you are. And that's just how life really works. That's the way life really works. Is putting a bunch of obstacles in your way, testing you, and me personally, I don't think I have limits because I always exceed my limits. I always go beyond my limits. So basically, in my opinion, I think I'm limitless. I think I'm limitless on what I can do because every time I always have a limit to myself or think I have a limit to myself, I always go past that limit. Going past that limit is what I do. And you have to have that kind of mentality to go past that limit. And you got to be willing, not only do you have to have the mentality, you got to be willing to go past that limit. But going past that limit won't be an easy task. But once you get past it, you're gonna want to keep passing your limits and limits and limits. You're gonna keep wanting to do that, making yourself limitless. And that's all I gotta say about it. That's all I really gotta say. Hope you guys liked the video. Please subscribe, and thank you for listening. Bye bye.